potentially, or Hoya. This could be support set. Top lane Rumble. He's out of vision.
Man, this
really
is a
good
perfect
positioning.
counter gank.
Well, in comes Punch now. We'll see whether they can actually find any. The Facebreaker lands onto 2 as the flash out there from Root, but now trying to turn this one around. Irove has to run, but is going to survive. It's a 1-for-1 so far as Viper doesn't want to pick up turret aggro yet again. You can see Tarzan back in for another one, but the Cocoon point blank range as Root is going to get killed. The flash out and able to survive with the Triumph. The flash out there, but not able to get it done. And Viper...
Set that up so well, not even having to use any of his summoner spells. You can see Punch now coming over, Lonely here with him. Knock up onto Jarvan. He doesn't have flash, remember that.
Yep, World Ender is going to be in there, but it's a great equalizer from Yukal. Already the Jarvan has fallen down, though, and they don't step on the red carpet. Lonely trying to get out of there. More damage from Hoya now as Dove has to flash, but Irove gets in position. He doesn't have the ultimate, but it doesn't matter as Lonely's taken down as well. And Punch has been doing some good things, but he's now going to try and steal away a Rift Herald, but instead going to get knocked up. Irove, once again, is here because this Kaiser is just on her own the entire time. Good healing coming through from Lonely, but it is now going to be worth money. It's just not, unless they're like at ridiculously good condition. We are back into the game, as you can see.
Yeah, they're doing a really good job. I mean, Kalista, I think, is going to get first turret of the game down here, actually. And so this is going to be a really strong Kalista coming into this fight. Azir has Nashers. Lonely going for the frontal teleport is a little bit surprising, given the equalizer on Rumble is going to have a lot more value.
There's a Cataclysm and the equalizer. Dove doing a fair bit of damage, but already the Spider is just evaporated from this fight. Root takes down another kill, but the Azir has fallen.
At this point in the game,
Tarzan and Yukal together just looked so good in that fight. That Cataclysm equalizer was at exactly the same time. Forward, Dove going to catch it, and Root and Gorilla are going to do their best to try and hold on to this. Mid out of turret, not able to do so, as there's the Cataclysm landing onto Punch. He's surviving for a long time, held on to the Repel for a while as well, but is going to be able to get out onto Yukal, but the Flame Spitter isn't stopped.
This turret, which that'll bring it down to about 1.7. And it looks like they want to just go for a giant sandwich. What is...
All right.
Yeah,
they're going to dive on top of Lonely. Oh, no. Fail flashes.
Sandbox is supposed to win at this point. That is 12% amp to all of their resistances. It's the Mountain Soul HP as well. I just have no clue what he's doing.
Well, Dove is dying up towards the top side. Does manage to shift some sands, get himself out, heal, utilize, does give Punch some extra movement speed as well, as there's the flash forward from Tarzan. Great Cocoon is going to land. Dove survives for a lot longer than we'd expect, but he goes golden just to watch his demise, and he's going to be taken out there by Yukal. Hoya lying in wait, looking for Root and Gorilla. The Fate's Call is going to be available as the ult comes in, but it doesn't arm in time. Root still gets it, wants to try and do some damage here as Lonely teleports in, but it's probably not what he really wanted to do. Great knock up at Haymaker, keeps Irove alive, and a double
in the LCK. And I don't know what to say about it. From the Rift Herald, attempted steal, and they say to immediately go over to Baron. So this is all that she wrote. This is a very one-sided game here.
Yeah.
Of a Miracle Elder Dragon steal into some sort of an ace going their way. Outside of that, I find it okay. Well,
yeah. Well, there's going to be the superplex into the backline, but it's a great ultimate out of Dove. Irove in trouble. Haymaker gets the shield, keeps him alive for quite a long time, and the Mountain Drake is really carrying Griffin throughout this exchange. Flame Spitter into the Zhonya's means that the Pigeon Man is going to be dead, and Griffin are looking to try and continue this one. Viper, Captain Jack cleanse as well as being able to take out the support player. It was almost more, but Sandbox aren't going to be able to defend their base when they're stuck in their fountain.
Well, does seem like Griffin, they might just play it super safe. I mean, although, no, there is 20 seconds on the Azir as well as the Taric. They're going for the end of the game.
Yeah, great double knock up there from Tarzan as well, straight into the back line underneath these Nexus turrets, and he doesn't mind too much. Punch is trying to do something, but he's unable to do so, as Kaiser's going to go down to the Kalista. But that is going to be the... Because, guys, that's what you got to do. Sangyun is still here in spirit as Tarzan flags, drags, gets himself in. Hoya with the culling, just zoning out. Sandbox. A very early Cosmic Radiance is going to go completely to the wayside as there's the Emperor's Divide, but used defensively is not what you want. And the teleport comes through, but Lonely's out of position. Worldender is not ending the world on the right side of the rift, unfortunately for Sandbox. And he's going to be taken down by Viper, who just shoots into the back line. They've got 280 carries, and they're both getting to work here on the Sandbox team composition. And Dove, he shifts some sands, he gets over towards the red buff, but that is all that she wrote, ladies and gentlemen. Griffin will be taking game number 1 in this series against Sandbox. And this has always been Sandbox's Achilles heel in round 1. They were able to buck the trend, but now not so much as the Nexus goes down.
Against Kaisa, Vayne is not the hyper I was thinking of. All right, you know what? Griffin wins this draft, Atlas.
All right,
So,
well, you're expecting another...
but UCal looking to convert this into a dive with Sejuani. Doesn't know about Jarvan. Gonna get the bad news right now, but let's see what they can do.
Yep, does get the flash out immediately from Lonely, who is definitely dead. First blood. R button up towards the top side, but Hoya still has flash.
Yeah, and also Hoya, even though there was a lot of
play going to come in here, Lonely, no idea of what's going on. Now just going to try and clear out the minion wave, but Hoya does find all of those autos. Tarzan, he has the ultimate available. He won't have to use it, guys, as Lonely's walking the wrong direction. Gets a fair bit of healing, but honestly, it feels like a matter of time. Face check does have to come in as Hoya's in point-blank range.
Again, one more time. Onto that top tier 2, so Hoya's going to shove this
Try
in.
and keep this one as a 50-50, but Weaver's Wall is going to deny it entirely. Punch not even wanting to go in with the Flag and Drag to try and get that 50-50 opportunity, but now Lonely has found Hoya. He's going to get knocked up as Tarzan finds the ultimate. Infernal Rift is down as Hoya's trying to run away. The last lick from Gorilla is going to do it, and Sandbox have destroyed... Head towards. That was my initial thought, but... It's interesting, decided to complete boots before even deciding his first item, as there's the flash for ult trade. Good news for Griffin as the Abyssal Voyage does come in to try and get Tahm Kench available, but no, it's not going to really work out as Shirley is able to deal with that turret very, very well. The culling just destroys the Aatrox. Lonely in transit. Gonna have to back away. Root going to turn up, maybe a little bit late. Wanted to try and get that Condemn into the wall. Should be able to do so. Gets it very nicely. Good night, Hoya. Root grabs that
Unless
kill.
he would elect to use his teleport there. It also helps the Aatrox sort of stabilize, tries to lost the posturing. Sandbox does seem to be winning the high ground, but the low ground is usually what is most important here. Viper gonna try to shove out.
It looks like Sandbox, they're just gonna give this one up, and now Infernal Soul Point over at this point. I feel like Griffin are about to scale better than them and have so much more control than them, as there's the superplex into the backline. Punch in a whole host of trouble, but does Flag and Drag his way out. Gorilla tanking a lot. There's the Emperor's Divide, does get the rest of Griffin repositioned, but Viper off into the backside. He's got a wall to try and peel, but no, the Sand Soldiers just rip him in half. And Root's able to grab a double kill off the back end. The flash out from Punch as Hoya tries to get it, but he can't pick up the kill. The Triumph will keep Punch alive, and that is going to be the ace.
And, okay, actually, everyone does have Baron, but you can see they're being very cautious. Kaiser comes in. Holy moly, guacamole.
Good night, Gorilla. He doesn't have flash available, but now Root throws down the ultimate, Condemn into the wall, but maybe this is the Vayne spotting we were looking for. It absolutely is, as the bottom lane have been removed and sentenced to the death chamber, as Griffin now have taken back the momentum very swiftly.
Okay. So the Baron turnaround was very short-lived. Atlas.
Over there's the Abyssal Voyage. Irove gonna get knocked up, but the Gorilla and Root do have to take the long way around. Cataclysm puts Irove in the baby cage. He uses his stopwatch. Is now Tarzan moving in from the side. Hoya is going to get there, but
that Tarzan will go for the... Oh, he might. Oh.
What?
Condemn.
Yeah, condemned out of any stone, but now Griffin, their opportunity for the Infernal Soul. Sandbox grouped as 5 in position. Tarzan wanting to get over this wall, decides to pull the trigger as the culling goes basically into nowhere, but Lonely still getting chunked out. The first kill goes over to Sandbox, and Lonely keeping himself so healthy in this fight. Emperor's Divide onto 2 on the bottom side as Vayne's picked up the kill. A second one to come down. Now Tarzan will be the third, but it's Dove that steals that one away. An ace again for Sandbox, and they're looking to just run it down mid.
And I think they're just going to be able to end the game. The death timers are way too high.
My goodness.
40 seconds on absolutely everyone. And that's That's the kind of team fight you don't want to take. Griffin really punted this game away at several points. And you're going to give credit to Sandbox for holding on as long as they did.
That ain't bad at all, but it's not going to be enough.
Die.
And that is dead Nexus turrets. Congratulations to Sandbox. That bounce back was just amazing. They were losing for a game and a half, and then were able to reset that mental and bring us.
Ezreal, Yuumi, and Ornn are really heavily influenced by that Yasuo.
Tarzan's going to be able to sneak up and kill the Aatrox in a trade for this Drake. This is just going to be a free dragon going over to Sandbox. They managed to get lane control in the middle.
And if we're a fan of honest gameplay, we would be looking for Cloud Dragon. But Ocean is definitely the most exciting teamfight here.
Yep, there's a teleport. Hoya is going to throw down the ram. Does land it onto Gorilla, but only gets punch off to the back end. Lands on Lonely as he teleports forward. Dove is going to go down, though. Not having the Yasuo there, the last breath is just so important for their team fight to try and capitalize on the CC landing. Well, Fate's Call comes in. They look for Yukal. They're going to get the knock-up as there's the final chapter. Yukal alive for so damn long. Gets all the heals. The Zoomies come in as well. The Taric does keep himself alive. No one dead just yet. That is so many buttons now on cooldown for Sandbox. True Shot Barrage even softening up the rest of this Sandbox squad is now Griffin moving themselves together. Searing Charge does miss. And now the Ornhorn comes forward. The Dazzle not going to find the target. The Cask not doing the work either. Tarzan should be falling. But can Griffin get themselves into a position? Looks like the answer might be no, as you can see the Yuumi trying to get some value as Lonely dives on towards Hoya.
Actually going to give over the Mountain Dragon, which is really surprising, all things considered. But they're respecting itemization does sort of favor Sandbox right now in an immediate team fight, but that Iceborne Gauntlet was the... Okay, here we go.
Yep, Tarzan's going to have to get out of there, but there's the final chapter. Tarzan with the Cataclysm into the backline. Great knock-up, and does go golden at the right time, but he's given up for the Ghost. As the Jarvan is taken down now, Sandbox looking to try and push further forward. Shirley available still, and Sandbox are going to try and take this as their prize for grabbing that kill. There's the last breath, lands onto the Ezreal. Nothing he can do, and that's only one person hit by the Emperor's Divide. Oh no, Yukal shorting it completely, and now Hoya having to run away. Gorilla looking to chase after about this Ocean Drake. And you can see Aatrox hanging around the area. You can see Shirley's going to be able to take down this outer turret in mid lane. Very dark river right here as Tarzan has the Yuumi on top of him. Sun turret falls down, and now Sandbox have started off the Drake, but Tarzan already down to half health, pulled in by the Infernal Chains, and the last chapter does nothing. Lonely still looking for this, but Griffin say, nope, no chance we can fight with a Jarvan at such low health. Stage of the game.
And this is exactly what they needed to do. Get all of the early dragons, make sure to have Sandbox. And as it currently does stand,
this minion wave is Hoya not able to find the Searing Charge. And this is Ocean Soul, remember. This has to be fought for on Griffin's side, but they're not going to make it. Ocean Soul now here for the next fight as the final chapter doesn't find Root where he wants him to. The knockup comes forward, and Hoya now going to take a lot of damage, but he wants to be the one tanking. Good knockup there as Gorilla getting taken down low, but he puts on the shades and is able to keep himself alive. And now with this Ocean Soul, I mean, what are they supposed to do? There's the Body Slam Flash as the Cataclysm from Tarzan is not going to help. It's a two-man Emperor's Divide, but can they actually get past this ridiculous Ocean Soul healing? No one's dead just yet. Oh my god! Sandbox survive, and they
inhibitor. And in all actuality, they definitely should be able to end the game. I think that's all she wrote for this one, Atlas. Sandbox.
As Griffin now trying to defend inner turrets, but they're unable to do so on either front. And Root is very healthy. I believe has his Bloodthirster. I think I saw the shield. But now it's just Viper trying to deal with this Siege minion. He should be able to, but you can see a back coming in from Yukal. They're giving up on this inner turret. Lonely already getting to work on the inhibitor. The rest of Griffin looking to rotate around to try and challenge. There's two Siege minions here as well. It's really scary stuff. The end of the game at that position. True Shot Barrage going to find a minion wave, but nothing else. And Bloodthirster isn't quite done yet. There's a stopwatch and the makings of a Bloodthirster, but not quite a completion. There's now Tarzan and Viper trying to defend this inhibitor turret. They're not going to be able to. Big damage out from Punch, like you were talking about. difficult to itemize against the Gragas this game. You can see that it's this Griffin train heading towards him. Yukal dives on forward, gets the Emperor's Divide, and now the barrel comes into the backside. Now they've turned it into an engagement, but the last chapter comes down. Dove is actually really tanky in this fight. Flashes away eventually, as now Lonely finds the knock-up. Hoya not going to get pulled back because he has the Bellows Breath, and now they retain their Phalanx. The re-engage from Tarzan will get the knock-up here onto Punch, who can go golden at a moment's notice, and Lonely dives into that Cataclysm with him. That golden is going to come forward, and Tarzan falls down. The shades get lowered. Everyone is immune to damage, and this looks like the last team fight for Sandbox. They've turned things on their head, and honestly, I'm very impressed by how they've done it. Hoya trying to turn this one, but he's going to fall. Viper has to flash, but that is not the direction you want to be going because your base is under fire. And Yukal here, the last bastion of hope with a Yuumi on his side. But cats and birds aren't necessarily the best of friends. There's the knock-up just from a Q, and that's another last breath. As Irove, no options, and Sandbox will take down the Nexus turrets and win Game 3, taking down the series over Griffin.
They win in very dominating fashion here in